We're here with Ria Scott, the women's golf head coach. The Ducks just got the good news here this week, heading to Columbus, Ohio for the NCAA Central Regional, even though it's East Coast time zone. The Ducks looking to head to their third postseason trip now in her tenure in as many years. And congratulations. Let's talk about that and what that means for this team.
Thank you. We're really excited to get back to the Central Regional. The team just has some great memories of the Central Regional from qualifying to nationals there a couple years ago. It's always fun for us to get out of our region, and that's why we try to do that in the regular season as well. We want to see teams that we don't historically or typically see. You know, we love the Pac-12, but it's also fun to play against some teams you've never seen before and on some conditions that you're not familiar with. So we feel like we've done a great job of really creating a diverse schedule this spring, and it's going to prepare them really well for what they're going to see at the Scarlet Course here at Ohio State.
That's a 3-round, 3-day competition, right?
Correct. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We leave on Tuesday, May 8th, and just are trying to get adjusted to the Eastern time zone.
How's the travel right now as far as planes, connections, etc.?
Not too bad. The girls might be hating me right now, but we're trying to get them used to the Eastern time zone. We're having 6:30 a.m. practices this weekend just to try to get them up early. We're leaving on Tuesday at 5:40. Our flight's at 5:40, which means they're at the airport, around 4. Mm-hmm. So just really trying to get our bodies adjusted because they've got the game, and if we can just get over that jet lag fatigue really quickly, that'll allow them to focus and just get after it.
The team's, I think, seeded 7th in this regional, and last year they were so close. They missed by a stroke making the national field, the 2014 field. They're shooting for a top 8 finish here to get that spot there in the NCAA field, which is in Franklin, Tennessee, near Nashville. Talk about how the team's playing recently. You know
what? I think the team knows that seeding in postseason doesn't mean a thing. This is where we get to start over and just move forward. I have to admit our last few tournaments haven't been the best, but they have a lot of great experience to draw on from the fall and just from some great practices in the last few weeks. The 8th place finish at Pac-12s doesn't look good, but gosh, this is probably as strong as I've seen the Pac-12. Well, obviously it's the first year of the Pac-12, but it's as strong as I've seen the conference in a long time. You've got the number 1 and 3 teams in the country. 10 out of 11 teams are headed into postseason. So, yes, it was disappointing to finish 8th because we know how good we can play, but at the same time, postseason's a time when we get to start over. It's May Madness is what we call it because it really is. It doesn't matter what you've done all year, but if you can get it done in this month, people seem to forget about the, not so hot finishes. But luckily we've had a balance of everything this year. We've had some good ones. We've set some records, and just lots of experience to draw on for these coming tournaments.
For those not familiar with the Pac-12 conference, usually on any given week there's 5 teams ranked top 12, top 15 nationally, and usually 2 more ranked top 25, not 3 or 4. So definitely you always have your work cut out for you whenever you face these teams. So is that a good preparation for this kind of field you're going to face at regionals?
Absolutely. We've seen such strong fields this whole year. Even starting out at Northrop Grumman and Palos Verdes, that was the toughest field of the spring. Our Pacific Coast Intercollegiate Tournament down at Half Moon Bay, I think that was the number 6 toughest tournament in college golf this spring. So Sugar Bowl, same thing. It was right up there in the top 10 of fields. So the team is not, they're no strangers to seeing some tough competition, and they know that it's just golf. It's not about who you're playing with, it's about the golf course.
I think you've seen from past years, like at least at the regional in Indiana a couple years ago, weather in the Midwest this time of year can be kind of crazy as far as thunderstorms and all conditions. Did you have any of that sort up there in Pac-12s up in the Palouse last week?
Oh, yes. It was really interesting. I think when you go up to the Palouse, you are going to expect a little bit of crazy. During our practice round, it was the first time in my 5 years coaching that my team wasn't able to play a practice round. We walked to the course, sideways, umbrellas in hand, trying to push through the wind. I think there were only a couple teams in the Pac-12 that were able to get 9 holes in, but other than that, I think a lot of people just walked the course and took notes. So the greens were flooded. It was unplayable during the practice round, but gradually it got better and better. That first round at Pac-12s, we still had, we teed off in the morning, and it was still 37 degrees, I think, when we teed off. So, like I said, the girls have been exposed to everything this spring, and they won't be a stranger to what they see in Columbus.
Well, you mentioned obviously crazy conditions there on that course, and it wasn't an easy course to play. Yet Cassie still did a great job. Our freshman Cassie Isagawa was an all Pac-12 first team pick for her season so far, and also had a great finish at the event too. Talk about that. Cassie,
I think I read in your releases, Jeff, that I think Cassie's led the team in the last 6 events or something like that. And what's most impressive about Cassie's finish at Pac-12s is that she wasn't confident about her setup. She wasn't completely confident about her game, and yet she was still in contention for a lot of those 54 holes. She's just been a competitor for us and can really buckle down when it matters. So we're looking forward to having her continue to step up through postseason.
And also, yes, one of the key players there. Ashley's been in the Nationals before, as has Cheyenne. And obviously, too, at Rafi can be in the low 70s or 60s anytime she wants to be, too. So this team has some scoring potential.
Absolutely. Scoring potential is there in this lineup. It's really fun to know that you've got players 1 through 5 that can break par on any given day. Cheyenne had a great performance at Nationals for us a couple years ago, and she keeps getting better every week. She's hitting it better and better. She's got that competitive fire again, and we saw it yesterday from practice when she shot 72 at ECC under some pretty tough conditions just because the hole locations were tough out there. So she's been there before. Ashley's been there before and really wants to end her senior season on a high note. So she's going to grind it out like she always does. Rafi Dyer, really dynamic player. If she takes advantage of her length and stays patient on her putting, she'll get it done for us too. And Callie all year has really been that pleasant surprise for us. I mean, I think the coaches and her teammates knew what Callie could do, but I don't think the rest of the country did. And for another freshman to step up like that has been really valuable for us. She manages her game really well and is just a very smart player out on the golf course. So if this Scarlet Golf Course is about course management, I think we can do really well.
I mean, it's a young team, but I think you look at Cassie and Callie, the way they compose themselves on the course, they're both not really freshmen anymore. They're basically sophomores, the way they play.
I wouldn't even call it that. I think they're both beyond their years in tournament golf and competition. And that's what's really exciting about this team is that no one cares what year you are when you step up on the first tee. It's you represent Oregon golf, and doesn't matter if you're a senior or a freshman. Everyone has a role, and everyone plays a big part.
Now, this time of year is crazy for any coach and a team with getting ready, for the regionals and also coming off the conference championships. But you've had a really busy month too here. To take us through kind of what's gone for you off the course.
Well, we had a little one, Walker, 3 weeks ago tomorrow, and he was able to come with us to Pac-12. So it's been a wonderful, challenging, and very fun balancing act for us. I don't want to remember what life was like before him, so it's been great. At 2 weeks, he was already traveling to Pullman. We road tripped it up to Pullman with him in tow, and yeah, he's, I think he's going to be at 6 states before he's a month old because he's coming to Columbus next week. Drew's already signed him up for United Mileage Plus. So it'll be really fun to have the complete support system there for us at regionals. Aside from my family, we'll have, Ashley's parents there, I know, and Callie's parents, for sure. So it'll just be great to have so many people there behind us, even if we're so far away from Oregon.
I know golf can be one of those sports you're so self-invested and so worried about yourself, but having, Walker along on the trip, does it help the girls kind of shake off a bad round or a bad day to kind of see the cute little kid there?
You know what? I remember Rafi coming off the golf course and seeing him, and she said, that just made my day so much better. So I said, Rafi, now you know how I feel. And I'm a little bit more biased than she is. So absolutely, it's the same thing for these girls having their parents there. Just helps keep everything in balance, and to know that there are people out there that love you aside from your teammates is always a great thing.
We'll look forward to seeing how the Ducks do here on the live stat results there at Ohio State next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Good luck.
Thanks.